What's going on, guys? NoGuides here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to go over the custom tactics and instructions for the 3-2-5. This is a tactic that is very specific because it allows you to defend in a 4-4-2, but also allows you to attack in a 3-2-5, which is basically a change and modified version of the 3-5-2. We're going to show you all the tactics and instructions, and don't forget, this will help you get a couple of extra wins in the weekend league. And I've been testing this formation for a few weeks, and that is why we had to delay. So how does it work defensively? Well, defensively, how does it defend in a 4-4-2 is that Neymar, your left mid, ends up going to striker. And then Zambrotta comes back. So Zambrotta makes the back four with all the rest of the back line. The two CDMs, they stay put. And then Athenea, she ends up going left mid, and Cecilia goes right mid. So that is how you get that system, because Zambrotta here is the main player that's making you defend in a 4-4-2. He's making the backline 4. And then Neymar is the player that's on stay forward. So Alvarez and Neymar are going to be the two strikers together when you're defending in a 4-4-2. And then when you're attacking, you end up going into that 3-5-2 structure, but it ends up playing like a 3-2-5 because the front five, they end up becoming in a straight line. One key player here is Neymar. Neymar is on free roam. You're going to find that Neymar will occupy himself in these weird and unorthodox places, and it also confuses your teammate because you got that extra player in the middle. But without further ado, let's go over the tactics and instructions. Now going over the tactics, this works for both old gen and new gen. For the defensive style, we've left it on balance. You don't need to use any defense styles. Don't forget, although you are attacking in that 3-2-5 system, you're defending in a 4-4-2. You don't need additional pressure because the 4-4-2 is probably one of the best attacking formations to win the ball back inside the game. We're going to reduce the depth to kind of replicate a pressing style like 71 depth, so don't worry about that. So defensive style, leave it as is. Now for the width, very important. Don't forget, when you're defending in a 4-4-2. So you're defending in some variation like this, okay? Now the key thing is you don't want these gaps in between the players because it's naturally a wide formation. We've gone with 39 width. That way there's not that much space on the wide areas, but you're not so compact where you're just so narrow towards the middle of the pitch. You want to still cover the wide areas. Crossing is still on the meta way of scoring. We know there's been some playstyle changes that have come out, but it's still the first and foremost playing. Then we go to depth. This is the most important one. We've gone with 65. Now 65 depth is a good balance to be aggressive, to be attacking. When you're out of possession in the 4-4-2, your team's going to press a little bit, but they're not going to overcommit. That's the key. You're not going to get caught out of position while you're transferring, or when you win the ball back and you transfer to that 3-5-2 shape. So it's enough to be attacking. That is why we don't need a defensive style, because our depth is pretty high and we're not too far ahead where we're up against the Travellas. Let's say, I know they've been nerfed, finesse shots they're nerfed as well, we know that, but people still score them. So it's not so far enough where you're giving space in behind, but you're not sitting so deep where the cutbacks are so effective. Then we're going to go up to the build-up play. It's long ball. This is the most important thing. This is why formations that defend in different formations and attack in a different formation. The problem is the transferring from a defensive phase, hence the 4-4-2, all the way to the 3-5-2, the attacking phase, or the 3-2-5. So long ball just tells these players, when I win the ball back, get forward. So when Zambrotta is playing in right back, it's telling Zambrotta to get forward. When Cecilia is playing right mid, it's telling Cecilia to get forward. And then when another player's out of position, or the left mid, for example, it's time to go forward. So that is just the key thing. Long ball just says to these players, get forward. Now, this is used alongside forward runs. Forward runs is more attacking than direct passing. I'll repeat it again. It's more attacking than direct passing. It works very well on systems like a 3-5-2 and systems like a 4-2-3-1. I would say it's more attacking, and it's more important because not only do you want to, because don't forget, long ball is just always the first 2/3. Never forget that long ball is the first 2/3 of the pitch. The final third is forward runs, and with this system you always want players to be making those runs in behind as darting runs. Can you still use cutbacks like you could in direct passing? Of course you can, and that is why I'd recommend it. And then for the attacking width, now don't forget, we are attacking in that 3-2-5 system. Now what the main thing is here is we've increased the width. Now to be honest, there's two ways you can do this. You can use a lower width. You might have seen I've used 45 width before on my 3-5-2. You can always use hug the sidelines to make the formation wider. The key thing is with this formation, and I want to explain to you the instructions and the play styles and what players to use in a second. Those players, when they're on the wide areas, they're not really involved in the attack, whereas in the 3-5-2, they are. So what I'm doing is I'm saying I want 6'5" widths. I want space in between the players. That is how you create that attacking option, and that is how this player is going to be important. I'll explain to you why this player is so important in a second. And then for the players in the box, you can put this all the way at 7. There's nothing wrong with that. I use that to use a lot of players inside the box. That when I get the ball in these wing situations, loads of players are coming inside the box, A, for the cutback and to provide support and attacking support in numbers inside the box. Corners and free kicks, you can do them however you want. Personally speaking, I pass all my corners and free kicks. I never cross the ball in, so it's on 1. So if you're not too sure, you can leave this on 3 by default. If you want to get better at FC24, I do have an FC24 FIFA School Series. But before you skip ahead, what if I told you if you don't get better after 1 month, I'll refund you your money? I can say that because I've been running this school for many years and thousands of people have already joined and even stay on. We go over complete in-depth gameplay tutorials showing you the theory of it and then showing you gameplay examples in a structured format. Unlike my YouTube channel, they are a progressive learning system teaching you everything from the core mechanics to the meta so you can get better as a whole, with explanations that go beyond the scope of my YouTube channel. FC School has already started with new videos coming out every single week. These videos will adjust to the recent patches and updates so you can stay up to date and ahead of your competition. So come join thousands of others in a mature community for those looking to get better. Patreon.com/nilguides or click the link down below. Now when you join, we already have a library of hundreds of videos, more than my YouTube channel in fact, with new FC24 videos getting added constantly so you never run out of content. Remember, the biggest mistake people make is they spend thousands of dollars on FIFA points every single year thinking a team will make them better, but it won't. But now it's time for you to make that change. And don't forget, if you don't get better after 1 month, just send me a message and I'll refund your money. That is the Nil Guides guarantee. Patreon.com/nilguides. Link is down below in the description or click on the pinned comment below. Now going over to the instructions, the most important thing. I'm also going to talk about what play styles and what kind of stats you're looking for. Now the most important player in the pitch is this player. This player, when you're defending, is going to be a striker in that 4-4-2. So when I'm playing that 4-4-2, Alvarez and Neymar are the two strikers together. This player has free roam. I'm going to come back to this in a second. Just remember, this player has free roam. Just remember that. So the striker got stay central, stay forward and get it behind. That's what makes Alvarez stay forward as a striker in that 4-4-2 system when you're defending. Now, Cecilia is the player that makes the right mid. In fact, I'm going to write it next to the player just so you can see it. And that's the player that makes the right mid. Now, what you want here is someone here that's got pace, because they're going to be going back and forth from a right mid position, but they make these inverted runs inwards. That's why on the attacking phase, it's very hard to defend this player, because this player is going to be making those darting runs in behind. So you need A, pace. Pace is very, very important. B, someone that's a good passer, because when you're building up, you might use that player to run into the middle of the pitch. Now, Athena, she's the one that ends up becoming the left mid. Okay, Athena, she ends up becoming the left mid. So, Cecilia makes right mid, Athena makes the left mid. Okay, that's effectively how it works. And then Zambrotta here ends up becoming the right back. And then Neymar, when you're defending, is a striker, ends up going to left mid. So do you see how this system then works? So I'm come back in offense. That just tells the game, okay, when we're in the defensive phase, I want this player to come back in offense. Now this player is one of the most important players inside the pitch. This is the heart of the team. Someone here that's got good passing, someone that's ideally at least got a 5-star weak foot. You need someone here that can shoot and arrive into the box last minute, but someone that can also defend the left hand side. So you need pace. Someone who's got high work rates would be ideal in this role. Someone that can do a bit of everything, a Lorente, they work very well, but I think again pace is the most important thing here. So when she's defending, she plays a left mid, and then when she's attacking, she plays that cam role. Now Neymar, the left mid, is the key of everything. Now the reason why he's on stay forward is because you can't make this formation defend in a 4-4-2 without making at least one of the players on stay forward. What we've done is left Neymar on stay forward, free roam, get it behind and get into the box for cross. Now what this tells the game is, let's say when we are defending, Neymar's going to be a striker alongside Alvarez. When we win the ball back, we go to the 3-5-2 system, Neymar will end up going into the left mid role. But we don't want that, because why would we want Neymar to go out the attack? So that is why we put free roam on. And you're going to see from a clip here that I insert here, look how Neymar just lingers around the box area. So Neymar finds himself into these intricate places. This is also a very important player in a system. You need someone that can maneuver with the ball and that's got good dribbling, I would say. This is the person that's going to have the ball to their feet and someone that can shoot with the ball. Someone like Eusebio would be a perfect example here. Someone that's quick and that's got everything. Someone like that. Or even the team of the year Messi would be perfect. So that is why that's important. In contrast, on the opposite side with Zambrotta, we have the same thing. Come back in offense, get in behind for cross and get it behind. But no stay forward. And we just have come back in offense and balance. This is turning the game. When you're defending, I want you to come back and make that right mid. That right back. So from right mid position to right back. And that is how you make the back four. And then for the two CDMs, I'll go with what players need as well in a second. They're both on cut passing lane, step up attacking, and cover center. Now, in terms of play styles and work rates, the most important work rate here is either you can get away with high-low here. Someone who's got high-high or high-medium is what you want here. So high-high or high-medium or high-high is kind of what you want for these roles, because this player is going to be a lot of running. In fact, for both of these roles, I would say high-high or high-medium. The rest of the team, you can get away with it. In fact, I'd probably say this player here, someone that's high-low is even better, because they just stay forward. They don't come back. You don't want them to become to a left mid position when you're defending. You want them to stay up front with the two strikers. So that's the work rates. In terms of the strikers, play styles, like someone's got a power shot here would be good, or technical dribbling. That's ideally what you want here. You'd want two main top tier strikers, 5-star weak foot, 90 plus finishing, of course. You can go with one that's tall and one that's a bit better with dribbling. You can keep the tall player on stay forward if you want to. You need people that are quick in this role is what I would say. Pure meta players. Yeah, but you can get away with one tall, one short. This player is kind of the magic player. Someone like Eusebio or Team of the Year Messi would be perfect in this role. The right mid, whoever this player is, has to be able to defend. Because when you're a defensive player, defensive phase, this person's going to be playing a right back. So a Llorente, maybe you can get away with someone like a Davies, although Davies' work rate on a normal gold card, not a special card, is not that good. But someone who's got a good card, someone like a Llorente would be perfect here. Even someone like a Capita or someone like that. Someone that's got pace and good defending. With the two CDMs, as long as one of them is defending, so you could go with a Valverde, a Vieira, something like that. Someone who's got medium-high work rates is also kind of ideal, because they're going to be the player that's going to be sitting back. Don't forget, these are the two players that we make in the back, the midfield two in the four midfielders, as in the left, without left mid and right mid. And then another side, you can go with like attacking players, someone like Alexia, someone like Hullet, someone like Bellingham. This is the kind of play you can get away with. You can kind of use whoever you want. The centre backs is also very important. The central centre back, I've got Kirill. He's got the pinged playstyle plus, so I like to distribute the ball going forward. So I try to get the pinged playstyle for both the CDMs and the centre back. Ideally, here's someone who's got decent passing, because you're going to have to distribute the ball from this area. Think of this like kind of like the Rodri kind of player when you have the ball in your position, or even like a John Stones. At least some decent short passing is what you want. Olga is a player. Now, although I've got Olga there, I don't want you to use Olga there, because this player is going to be making the right centre back, okay, when you are then defending. So I just put Olga there as an example. You're going to see the gameplay clips with Olga there. It's not a good idea. You want someone that's tall, because they're going to be playing as the right centre back as well. Someone that's quick here, because when you lose the ball, the biggest weakness with this formation is transferring from that 4-4-2 to the 3-5-2. So if you lose the ball, you want someone here that's quick enough to defend against a typical winger like Mbappe and so on. Same with the left-hand side. So the left-hand side, even more pace, because this player's going to be playing left back. So that's how you are when you're attacking in that 3-5-2. When you're defending, Dunk goes here, Kirill goes there, Carmona goes there, and Zambrotta there. That's how you make there the back four. Valverde and Alexia, they sit. Alvarez sits. Ateneo goes there. Cecina goes to right mid, over there. And then Neymar, it's the kind of that play on a free roam and kind of drifts in that role. So Neymar kind of plays alongside and kind of just gets the ball going forward. That is how you defend in that 4-4-2. You see a lot of players pro players defending in that 4-3-2-1 system and defending in that 4-4-2. But those are the 3-5-2 meta tactics. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, you can come to my Patreon series, patreon.com/nil guides. If you don't get bet after 1 month, we will refund your money. That's a nil guides guarantee. If you want to get to that elite division, you want to get that rank 1 rank, you can come to my FIFA school. We've got all the videos explaining what to do, how to do it. And if you don't get better, we'll refund your money. Link is down below in the description. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Take it easy and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.